You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables from the Mathis Home Studio. Mathis Home, your official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Quick snap on third down. Back to pass under pressure. Hit as he throws. Ball's loose. Rolling around on the turf. It's scooped up, and the Sooners have it. Kendall Dolby jumped on it. Robert Spears Jennings hit him, and the Sooners forced the turnover they need. Sooners showing blitz. Here they bring everybody. Nico back to pass. Hit as he throws. Out. Ball's loose. Rolling around on the ground. The Sooners say they have it. And they do. They forced another turnover. It was Trace Ford that hit him. And Oklahoma's defense comes up with the football again.
Welcome to Sooner Football with head coach Brent Venables, presented by Mathis Home. Hard-fought game with Tennessee. 25-15 was the final. Both teams coming in undefeated. And Brent, a tough one in many, many ways. Where do you want to begin?
Well, again, congratulations to Tennessee. They got a heck of a team, and they played really well tonight. And going into, I thought going into halftime, thought our defense played really, really well. Mm-hmm. And felt like it was going to be a really hard night for Tennessee offensively. Mm-hmm. Did things we needed to do in the kicking game, and we just really struggled against a really good defense, a really good front with getting anything going. Yep. And just it was that first half when we had a drive. We did have a drive. We got a field goal out of a 10-play, 55-yard drive. But we had a hard time finding any kind of real rhythm going into halftime. Obviously, we gave up. We had a couple of turnovers. We had 3 turnovers and a safety in the first half, and which led to, again, defense responded, did some really good things, just led to 12 points, 19-3 at half. You really felt there late in the second quarter that we needed to, find out if Mike Hawkins could give us a spark. And so we went into he had the one drive, and then we went into halftime and tried to figure out what we needed to do to try to get into a rhythm offensively and figure out if we can find some positive plays. And we had a couple drives there later on, later in the game. We didn't have a lot of luck early, and against, again, a really good team. Mm-hmm. And but proud of the fight, of our guys. We lost a few guys to injury, unfortunately, and Nick Anderson, we lost him early to another soft tissue injury, and lost Deion Burks as well. Kendall Dolby, I think an ankle dislocation, and
an important guy for that defense. Yeah. Playing lights out at Cheetah.
Yeah. And some other guys stepped up, and then also Taylor Tatum. I think he had an upper body injury of some sort, so we'll have to evaluate him. But we had some guys come back, and it showed at times that we hadn't practiced a whole lot, and we just didn't do a good job of moving people. And we got to look at, again, the things that we're asking our guys to do. And we had some. We had the one pass that we throw behind the line of scrimmage. We don't have that pass, in our playbook, and that's an RPO where we got to. The read was to.
That's probably to hand
it off all the way. So we make a mistake there. That was a really tough one, and then coming off our own goal line, some miscommunication. I mean, that just can't happen. That's just bad football. And but again, all that being said, as poorly as it was, and again, I recognize that Tennessee played a really tight, conservative game, but the way we were playing in the first half when it was an open playbook, I felt really good still. It was going to be a big challenge, don't get me wrong, but our guys were playing lights out. Yeah. And, where we had a chance to, going into that second half, hey, here's what, we're down 2 scores. We come back out, defense is up first, let's go get a stop, which they did. Went 3 and out. And, let's see if we can get something going, on offense. And it took us a little while, but we had a couple of late touchdowns where we found some rhythm, and so there's a little bit that you can build off of, and we got lots of problems and lots of areas where we got to get better. And but our focus now, moving forward, is try to get some guys healthy, see who's going to be available this week, and we got to go find a way to win our fourth game, go on the road in our first road game prior to our bye, and that's where our focus will be.
Coach, you mentioned off the top at your press conference that we're recording this after the press conference game night. You went right into the quarterback situation. You want to go ahead and just address that about how you'll move forward? Yeah,
well, again, we'll get together tomorrow as a staff and kind of talk that through and see what we feel is best moving forward, certainly in the short term. And, Jackson's done a lot of fantastic things through his first opportunities, going back to our BYU game or our bowl game. And then there's some areas where, man, those mistakes as a young player, there is some grace, but at the same time too, that also some of the mistakes can, taking care of the ball really don't give you a chance to win, and that's what you got to take care of the ball. There's nothing more important than that position.
And the first downs, you talk about give yourself a chance to win. You really put yourself in a hole, don't you, when you start?
Yeah, no,
again, it's a first play, 6 yards, 2nd and 16.
And some of that's not on the quarterback too.
Oh, yeah, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying that it's been a bad habit.
Yeah, we've got to be better, and we got to find a way to get better and not expose ourselves and put ourselves in those kind of positions. But it's pretty messy right now.
I tell you what, there are two things extremely commendable. One is that defense. The nation saw Oklahoma is back defensively. Yeah. I know it's 25 points, but there's a reason for that. Oklahoma's back there. And I thought, I've only been part of these crowds and reporting for about 60 years, Brent. I thought it was one of the big-time atmospheres from these fans that showed up early and they stayed late.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
They were 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, starting, last night, came into town, and I really hate that for our fans, because they did more than their part and didn't surprise any of us. They were fantastic. It was incredibly electric and great passion in the stadium, outside the stadium. It was feel bad for them, and they gave us every opportunity to win.
Well, I think that's where, from a defensive standpoint, when you show that, I know this has been probably the best offensive program, Brent, I think, for a quarter century.
Yeah.
So I think people are pretty excited about seeing some defense and think that things can ultimately come around. Working through the injuries will be an ongoing challenge.
Yeah.
Are you going to get some of those linemen and some of the other people back, you think?
Yeah, we're hopeful.
Yeah,
I think so. I think Jake Taylor's really close. And again, Hickman played, and Troy Everett played some. All those guys will only get, I believe, without any further setbacks, will only get better here moving forward.
Yep. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, you'll see the first half action, and then we will come back and talk about it with the statistics and look ahead to the second. But we will do that after this timeout.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. Welcome back to Sooner Football with Brent Venables from the Mathis Home Studio.
Burks in motion, now circles behind the quarterback. Got a free play coming. Tennessee was offsides. Deep shot, Brennan Thompson down the near. Now they're going to stop the play. He caught the bomb, but they stopped the play.
Prior to the snap, offside, number 3 with contact.
Arnold's got the shotgun snap, looks left, throws left, caught first down. It's Burks to the 40-yard line, out to the 42. Head away in motion, back to pass. Arnold steps up in the pocket, got away, wants to run, 45 midfield, spins his way down around midfield. 4th and 2 from midfield. They're going for it. Snap, rolling right. Good block. Arnold throws downfield. It's broken up, incomplete. Shotgun for Iamaliava, and he will throw. Wide out to the boundary, and it's tackled immediately out there. Brazel to catch. 3rd down and 2, hand off, and nowhere. nowhere. Robert Spears-Jennings makes the stop on Dylan Sampson. It'll be 4th and 2. Has the football. Hand off Sampson. Bounces it right. Hit hard. Drop. Short gain to the 45. 2nd and 8. Iamaleava. Quick throw underneath. Caught.
Nice.
Shot down immediately. Man in motion. That's White. He'll stop in the backfield. They're going to throw him the ball behind the line of scrimmage.
Woo.
And Lewis Carter separated his soul from his body. Burke's in motion again. They'll hand it to him this time.
Go.
Sweeps right, turns it up to the 40. First down across the 45-yard line. Sharp in motion. Arnold has it. Play action. Looking deep. Lets it fly near side. Underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by McCoy, who's tackled around midfield. 2nd and 8.5. Nico to pass. Looks middle. Zips it across the middle. It's caught. 35-yard line, 30. 25 breaking a tackle. Brew McCoy. Still on his feet to the 15. Finally tackled at the 10-yard line. Iamaleava's got it. Gonna throw. Looks right. Throws for the end zone right side. Nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Play clock at 2. There's the snap. Back to pass. Nico looks left. Padding. Now he's under pressure. Slips out.
We almost
rolls
had
left.
him. Got
Skips
him
up.
now.
Now they got him. Snap back. Hold down. Kick is away, and it is good. And Tennessee strikes first. But Tatum again in motion out of the backfield. Handoff Barnes, sweeping left. Trying to get to the corner. Does. 30. First down, 35. 40 down the sidelines. Out of bounds. Took a big hit at the 45. 4 wides. Tatum the back on first down. In motion, Burks. They hand him the ball. He tries to get to the edge. Skips away from a man. He's up to the 45. Sooners go tempo. Handoff up the middle. Tatum. First down. Spins his way into Tennessee territory. Arnold looks right, throws middle. Caught by Bauer Sharp. First down across the 35. 1st and 10 at the 31. They go quickly. Arnold out to the left. Incomplete. Little wide of the mark.
That guy's all over him. That's an interference, yeah.
37-yard try for Keltner from the left hash. Snap back. Hold is down. Kick is away. It is up, and it is good. 2nd and 1, 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Iamaleava to throw, has time, deep across the middle, caught, on the run, Thornton. This might be a touchdown. He's inside the 10, and he's going to score. 10-3 Tennessee after 1.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Riverwind Casino. Good times, great rewards. The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com. Mathis Home, official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Quick snap on 3rd down. Back to pass under pressure. Hit as he throws. Ball's loose. Rolling around on the turf. It's scooped up, and the Sooners have it. Snap to Arnold. Fakes the pitch. Wants to run it himself up the middle. Smashed at the 5 and dropped for no gain. Quarterback keeper. Called quarterback keeper. Tennessee ran out of the pack with the football, and now they're giving Tennessee the football.
Are you kidding me?
Nico in the shotgun. Hands it off.
Cut him in
Bishop
half.
running
There we
right.
go.
Hammered. Double tight ends right. Iamaleava to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Now being chased, surrounded, and they got him. It's a sack. In motion goes Bauer Sharp. Handoff Barnes, and I don't think he got out of the end zone. He didn't. It's a safety. Now he's got the football. He'll hand it off to Bishop. Looking for running room out to the left. Wrapped up by Woody Washington at the 10. It's a gain of 4.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We got an injured volunteer.
No, it's Dolby. His leg is snapped, guys. Oh, boy.
Sooners showing blitz. Here they bring everybody. Nico back to pass. Hit as he
Ball
throws.
out.
Ball's loose. Rolling around on the ground. The Sooners say they have it. And they do. 5:31 to go in the half. In motion, Reagans. Going to throw. Arnold swings it out, and incomplete. Is it a lateral? Ball bouncing around. There's been no whistle. It's still on the turf, and Tennessee jumps on it.
I think from my angle, I didn't think it was lateral, but
They're giving the ball for now to Tennessee and saying that was a backwards pass. Tennessee goes quickly. Handoff Sampson again. Hit by Stutzman in the backfield. Spun off him. Reaching for the end zone, and he is in. It's a touchdown.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. This segment is brought to you by Community Coffee, family-owned Community Coffee, the official brewed coffee of OU Athletics. Taste the difference family makes.
Here are the halftime statistics. 19-3 on the scoreboard. Rushing has been a problem. There you see the total numbers, 204 and 82 for the Sooners. And the third would be very challenging as well, and much better in the fourth. But I guess you always come back to turnovers to a large degree, don't you?
Well, I mean, it's a real thing. There's nothing that affects the outcome of games more than turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing, and obviously that was the difference there in the first half. Again, I thought defense and the kicking game in particular, they played pretty well in the first half, and responded, to turnovers. I thought they did a nice job responding to the turnovers, and proud of the guys again, finger pointing, and that's our most veteran group of guys that have been here the longest, and so you're not surprised, but at the same time, you've been doing it long enough, nothing's ever a given, and thankful for those guys, man. They just kept their head down and kept working, and tried to help, bring out the best in everybody around them.
Normally don't ever like to go to the question of what you tell them at halftime, but I think it's appropriate in this game.
Yeah, I know.
What all went on?
Again, hey, just tell them the facts, man. Tell them the truth. And the reality is it's a 2-possession game, and we've given them 12 points, and where they're not earning any of it.
Right.
They're not forcing.
Yeah.
And again, I maybe coming off our own goal line there, and they knocked us back and whooped us, and nobody likes that at all.
Yeah.
And that's. But other than that, man, you start going down to and I'm not a big stat guy, but it did tell a story. It was virtually a push, going into halftime.
Right.
I think they were +1 in the margin at halftime, but as far as the game control, other than those turnovers, man, listen, if we just give ourselves a chance here, defense going to go back out, we're going to get a stop, we're down 2 scores. It's just, hey, one free possession at a time. Let's get back in this thing. Defense is playing well enough. Kicking game was doing well. I thought Peyton Bowen made some good decisions, and getting some positive yards out of a few of those returns.
Let me ask you, you made the quarterback change. Well, you actually made it on the last possession of the second quarter.
Right.
But in at halftime, just you guys talk about it as a group, and that's the direction you felt best?
Yeah. What do we need to do to, with Mike and the things that he can do, and what he's able to execute. And everybody likes Mike. Mike's got good juice and energy. He's always ready. He's very confident. Got a little excited at times and was a little ahead in the play from a timing standpoint, but that's to be expected too. But
true freshman.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, and again, likes to play, likes to compete. He was a good leader, and tonight was one of them nights he'd be the first to tell you he was swimming, but I thought later in the half he got settled in and did a nice job, made some plays, and got a couple of drives there, a couple touchdown drives there where he made some really good plays.
Well, it was good to see a couple of explosive plays come because they've been so hard to find this season. And as you said, Tennessee's lining up with some hosses, so it's not like you're not playing anyone. All right, let's go directly here to third quarter and second half highlights, and we will talk about it after that. But let's go to the second half highlights right now.
Wing left, back left, 2 wides. Iamaleava hands off. Sampson obliterated in the backfield by Trace Ford. Snap back, kick is away. Clears the line of scrimmage, and it is through and good. With 6th-ranked Tennessee leading 15th-ranked Oklahoma 22-3.
Thank you to our cornerstone television partners, OU Health, OG&E, Fowler Auto Group, and Coca-Cola. Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Iamaleava hands to Bishop, sweeping left, met in the backfield by Jaron Kanik. Nice. Here comes help. Big loss. Sooners showing the 3-man front they've shown most of the night. It is indeed a handoff to Bishop. He's again wrapped up in the backfield, escapes, and then he's caught for a loss again. Pistol formation. Hawkins back to pass again.
Hit it.
Across the middle. Got it. Petaway caught it in Tennessee territory, and he sprints to the near sideline. There's the snap. Looks right, throws quickly, caught by Bauer Sharp again, able to break one tackle and stumble forward for a couple of more yards. Hawkins to throw. Out to the near sideline, diving catch made by Reagans. Good throw, good catch at the 24.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 90 on the defense.
Bunch trips, tight ends right, 2 of them. Fake handoff, back to pass, Hawkins.
Go.
Steps up in the pocket, he'll run 15 to the 10, to the 5, jukes to the 2, to the 1, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Hawkins.
The player was down at the 6-inch yard line.
They need 2 here, but that seems like a big ask. Fake reverse, Hawkins throws, end zone caught, touchdown. Javante Barnes from the 14-yard line. There's the snap, kick is away, and it is good. Hawkins in the shotgun from the 25, rolls right. Looking to throw, does. Far side, got a man open. It's Petaway who steps out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. Hawkins awaiting the snap. Now he's got it. 3-man rush. Across the middle, zips one, caught on the run, 45-40. Petaway to the 35-30, cuts inside 25 to the 20, and down around the 15-yard line. Jaquez Petaway has come alive here in the fourth quarter. Hawkins has it. Straight drop, steps up, escapes, darts it up, dives, flips his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Wow. A full flip by Michael Hawkins, and let's hope he's okay.
After review, the player was short of the line of game.
Snap, handoff Barnes up the middle, crashes into a pile, and I'm not sure he got there.
He's laying in the end zone.
No indication yet. No indication still. Now they say touchdown. Schmidt puts it near side, scrambling upfield more than usual. It rolls around, but a volunteer falls on it. And the game is over. Sooners suffer their first defeat in their SEC opener tonight. Tennessee 25, Oklahoma 15.
Here's this week's final stats brought to you by Dos Equis, official import beer of OU Athletics. Go for Dos. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. What jumps out, Coach? You ended up getting some numbers offensively there late, but you held a pretty darn good offense. 14 first downs was what Tennessee ended up with. I think you had a 2 first down advantage.
Yeah. No, again, our guys, we're well prepared. Our coaches did a great job. The players did a great job knowing the game plan, playing physical, executing the game plan. Really at a high level. And I know they got a...
Are you talking about your defense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they gave up a couple of explosives, and we'd given up one play over 30 yards so far this year going into tonight. And that was on a bus. We didn't get the signal in on time. That was on the coaches on that play for a touchdown. And we lost leverage. They hit one and hit a runner for 66 yards and then hit another 40-yarder, and they're going to do that.
Yeah.
You got to minimize that. That's a big part of beating these guys, tackling well, stopping the run, and then, keeping the explosive plays to a minimum because they can put you in a lot of conflict with the way they spread you out and have the RPOs, and so you have to commit the numbers there. You get your nose bloodied pretty good. And again, I thought our guys really executed at a really high level tonight, and they played with a lot of confidence. They played physical.
Tackling was outstanding.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, they really tackled well. And
Robert Spears Jennings, leading tackler, 12.
Yeah.
Did they do something to Danny Stetson? His numbers were down. I mean, he was dynamite, but his numbers were down. They do something different?
They did a lot of lead plays, a lot of counters. And so a lot of gap-type plays, and then when they're pulling people. And so there's ways you fit that, and then, what Tennessee will do, they force, unless they're just going to turn guys loose, which they're not going to do that much. And so you have to fit the run, so to speak. And your stacked defenders have to make the play. A lot of times guys that are a little further away. And our guys did a nice job of that tonight. So Danny was spilling the ball, if you will, a lot by scheme and design, and Tennessee forces you in that position a lot of times.
Yep. All right, when we come back, we'll go directly to the locker room and hear from the players, and also look ahead to the next game coming up against Auburn, the first trip first road trip for the Sooners coming up. So we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. It's time now for this week's Player of the Game, presented by Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of the Sooners.
Back to pass under pressure. Hit as he throws. Ball's loose. Rolling around on the turf. It's scooped up, and the Sooners have it. Kendall Dolby jumped on it. Robert Spears Jennings hit him, and the Sooners forced the... Ethan Downs, I'm told, recovered the fumble. It was Robert Spears Jennings, though, that hit him. The ball is definitely out early.
I could hit his helmet on as Nico pulls the ball back, winding up. Looks like it hit RSJ's helmet there, bringing pressure from the weak side. A really good job out front. He had to wait on it because Bowman did an awesome job on a reroute over the number 2 wide receiver, changing his path. That was awesome.
We get to talk in the locker room with Robert Spears Jennings. Wish it was obviously under better circumstances for you guys, but final tally for you tonight: 13 tackles, a tackle for loss. You had a sack and a forced fumble. Again, win as a team, lose as a team, but from an individual perspective, how to feel like what you guys had planned was working?
I feel like everything played out good. We had to fix the little things. Little things cost touchdowns, and defense take fault for the loss too, because if they don't score, we win the game. So that's how we felt.
Looking at coming out and playing a different defensive structure tonight, how did you feel? I know that you're doing some different things in the back end in that look. How did you feel you guys executed the plan in the new style of defense?
I felt like we did great. Practice was super hard. We practiced like their fast tempo, so I felt like we all were in shape where nobody was really tired, and we all just executed, but it's just a little thing that we got to fix.
What was it that allowed you guys to have so much success tonight? What was it that allowed you guys to brilliant a lot of times? I know, again, lose as a team, but this defense found another level consistently tonight.
Preparation, Coach Alley. He always preaches preparation. Your result of the game will show your preparation. So if we practice hard, it's gonna show in the game. And I feel like we had a great work in practice.
First chance we've had a chance to talk to you since you come to Norman on the postgame show, so welcome. Hope things are going well. I know tonight wasn't what you wanted, but take us through that battle for this offensive line tonight.
Man, I'm just proud of those guys. We kept battling to the very end. There's still a lot of little mistakes we need to clean up, a lot of things that we can do to be a lot cleaner, keep the quarterback a lot cleaner, keep the run game a lot cleaner. But, tough loss, but we got to keep moving, got to keep working, got to keep improving.
Looking at what they did defensively, did you feel that they threw anything you hadn't seen at you guys, or was it, hey, like you're saying, just a little thing here, a little thing there, and that's what led to you guys not having the production you were hoping to have?
Yeah, I believe that. It was just the little things, just the little minute details that ultimately win you a game or lose you a game. That's really important, especially in offensive line where every little detail is so important. You can't just, leave one step out because that'll get you beat.
From a leadership perspective, it's so unique because there are so many new voices, right? We just had Javante Barnes in here. How does someone step up to say, hey, you mentioned those fine details, make sure we're in tune to this beyond just the coaching staff? What's it been like for you to try to step up or see the leaders that need to step up?
Well, me personally, I think before you can lead with your voice, you have to lead by example. And, I try to do that every day through, my practice and the way I play. And hopefully when I do get up there and I say something or as somebody else say something, they feel it more because, they believe that they can see that I'm doing it from the heart.
Right. It's not just words.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anytime you change quarterbacks during a game, it creates an interesting situation for the offensive line. How'd you feel Mike Hawkins played when he got his opportunity?
Mike's a dog. We've seen it, even in practice. And, I'm just proud of the way he stepped up and the way he was able to handle the situation.
Hey, man. Keep grinding. Appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
That's really good. First of all, man, I know this isn't the result that you want, but to see the defense do the things that it wanted to, how rewarding was at least that tonight?
Defense played their ass off, and it was good to see. We still left a lot of meat on the bone. a lot of improvements defense could have done, but I mean, it was fun seeing that the defense did really well, and that defense that we only had like a week to prepare in and just making plays. So I'm proud of the defense tonight.
Yeah, looking at the three-man front, this is not something we had seen you guys show in the first 3 games. I know you guys had worked on it in spring ball and in training camp, but how'd you feel you guys just went out and executed a different structure of defense?
I mean, just do your assignment, 1 of 11, and it's going to work out. And that defense is perfect for Tennessee's offense, and just listening to Coach Alley and listening to Coach Venables and trusting them and just doing your job, that's all it takes, and that's what the defense is doing.
Chase, I'm curious, when you have a shift like that, does Dominic Williams come in y'all's room? I mean, how does that kind of work out? Because I thought he was fantastic in what he was called on to do tonight.
Yeah, him and G-Baby were with Coach Chavis this week, and I was with the backers, and we just kind of switched roles for the week.
What's that like? What was that like for you this week?
I thought it was really fun. It was great learning more about just the back seven and the coverages and how to man up someone and what the coverages actually mean and all of that stuff. I learned a lot this week playing that position, and I really enjoyed it.
This is such a long, grueling season. Tonight feels like such a gut punch. What's the key to bouncing back? Where does it start? How does it kind of kick off to turn this thing back around?
I mean, either you sink or you swim now. This was an identity game for us, just showing us who we are, where we need to improve, and you either get on the bus or you pack up and leave. But tomorrow is a new day, and we're going to get ready for Auburn. Just want-to-know mentality this week, so just going on to the next.
All right, just down in the locker room with Javante Barnes. First of all, way to grind tonight overall. What was kind of the message afterwards to make sure everyone realizes there's a long way to go in this season?
I think the most important thing tonight was just pretty much finish, no matter what the score was, and I was pretty much just making sure the guys knew to keep their head up, and it's a lot of time up there, so we got to go finish. And I think we did a good job with finishing and not giving up. And, yeah, that's pretty much just the word.
Clearly, everybody's going to be talking about the quarterback change. How did you guys handle that as an offense? Clearly, things did not go the way that you wanted it to go in the first half, and ultimately you guys make the switch to Mike Hawkins. But overall, as an offense, how do you think you handled that situation?
We handled it pretty good. I think we just all leave our trust into the coaches, and whatever decision they make, we pretty much go off of that. And they're both 2 great players and both competitive. So whoever's in, I know they're going to get the job done no matter what. So I just leave it up to the coaches pretty much.
Can you take us through just how challenging every yard seemed tonight? I don't know if you had a clean look. It seemed like there was a lot of arms on you, but what was it like trying to sled through that tough waters tonight?
This is my 3rd year, so I've been down this road before with playing against a couple good teams and playing against some not so good teams. But I think just pretty much I put it on me that I had to go down there and I can break a couple tackles. I feel like I'm that good that I can go down there and do what I have to do. So I wouldn't say it was so hard. I think I just had to do a better job with just doing more and showing more talent. This is my junior year, so no doubt I want to go in there and I want to be a leader. I want to be a guy people can lean on to and look up to. Not only speak it, but also use my actions to show like I mean what I'm saying. So I think tonight's game was pretty much me just going around and telling everybody to keep your head up, no matter what mistake it is. Next play.
You got to be proud of the way that your guys fought out there on the defensive side tonight.
We fought really hard. I thought our guys played every snap as hard as they could, and we had to play a lot of young guys too, just because of the tempo and all. And I thought they got in the game and did a lot of good things, which is obviously encouraging for the future too. And just couldn't quite do enough to get it done.
Looking at what Tennessee wanted to do offensively, it's all built around that run game. That's really what they wanted to establish, and then push it down the field a little bit. How'd you feel you guys handled Dylan Sampson and that rushing attack from the Vols?
Yeah, I thought we could have tackled a little bit better. We gave up a couple of rushes I felt like could have hit for 0 or negative yardage, and they fell forward for 3 or 4. And, cumulatively that can build up over the game to just give them easier first down completions, sometimes 3rd and manageable instead of 3rd and longs. But overall, I think we took something 51 rushes or something like that, and I think we played pretty well in the run game.
Saw a lot of the 3-man front tonight. Clearly that was something that you guys wanted to use against this football team. Hadn't really seen it this season. How did you feel that you guys executed that structure of defense, putting it out there for the first time?
Yeah, I thought they did well. I thought we had some good answers for things, and gave us a great chance to win. And I was proud of our guys for just how they competed.
Last one, and we'll let you get out of here. This defense continues to do a great job of forcing turnovers. Just how proud of your guys were you to get out there? And I know that the offense didn't do anything with them, but just how encouraging was it for you and the staff to see them continue to take the ball away from the opponent?
Yeah, we preach it all the time. We work it in practice, and if you win the margin, you usually win the game more times than not. And so we've got to do a great job of continue to create those. And we missed a couple opportunities. We had about 2 more picks we could have had, another fumble that I felt like we could have forced right there, and just continue to push that in practice. And as long as we can create turnovers more than they have, then we got a great chance of winning.
All right, Toby, we're down here with offensive coordinator Seth Luttrell. Coach, obviously, I sense it's a frustrating night. What was your message to your guys afterwards?
The biggest thing starts with me. I got to find different ways to, put them in the situation to be successful. Defense in the first half gave us a lot of great opportunities to put points on the board, especially there a couple times in the red zone. And then came over with a couple turnovers and really squandered some really nice opportunities early. And then it's the same thing, just when you feel like you're about to get something going, just too many mistakes. And so we got to bounce back and figure out exactly, what we need to do better to move forward. Again, that starts with me. That starts with our staff first.
Clearly, everyone's going to be talking about the decision to make the quarterback change. What ultimately led you guys to take Jackson out of the game and put Mike Hawkins in?
Sometimes, just, need a spark, getting a guy in there after, again, this isn't all going to be on the quarterback. We're a team. We're a family. Offense, we're all in this thing together. I think that obviously I'm going to take the most, and Jackson's going to take the most criticism each and every week. And when things are really great, on one side of the ball, they're going to get probably more praise than they should. And that's part of football. That's part of life, and that's part of that position. But, felt like, just need a little spark, and Mike came in and, I guess did a couple things there in the second half that moved the ball and scored. So we'll see what from there.
Speaking overall, how do you think he did handle that moment and handling that opportunity?
Again, I got to figure out a way to get him a little rhythm early, when he's in there, especially just getting in there. But I thought once he got in the rhythm, the flow of the game, made some nice plays with his arms, made some scrambles, made some tough runs, and did some good things. But again, I'll evaluate everything tomorrow with Coach Venables, our staff, and make sure that we can evaluate everything from the first and second half, and what we need to do moving forward.
Coming into this one, knew that Tennessee had a very talented defensive front, very deep along the defensive line. Just couldn't get the run game going hardly at all tonight. Coach, what do you think made it such a struggle to get the ground game going?
I think one, they're a physical team up front. I think their front seven is the strength of their team. I think they got a good football team, and we got to do a better job establishing the line of scrimmage, the run game. Again, that starts with me, making sure that we're doing the right things necessary in order to get that rhythm, and then we got to execute the right way.
You know how this goes when you struggle on one side of the ball, all the criticism that's going to come from the outside. How do you keep your guys upbeat, positive, and make sure that all of that noise on the outside doesn't affect them?
You really truly have to block out noise, and that's every day in college football. Every team has to, whether you're having success or you're not, because again, if you're having success, everybody's going to tell you how great you are. That's just as bad as when you're not. Everybody's going to tell you how bad you are. You got to block out both of them, because at the end of the day, you got to focus in on your teammates, yourself, and at the same time, you got to focus in on just getting better.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Taco Mayo. Big appetite, bigger savings. Download and save today. Flogistics, the oil industry's leader in vapor recovery and production optimization. Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Here's a look at the upcoming schedule presented by Mathis Home. Sooners travel to Auburn for their first road game of the year, which brings us to this week's scouting report, brought to you by Riverwind Casino. Good times, great rewards. Auburn 2-2 for the year. The Tigers lost at home to Arkansas on Saturday, 24-14. They beat Alabama A&M 73-3, lost by a touchdown at home to Cal, beat New Mexico 45-19, and Saturday will be their fifth straight home game. So a club that you get all hitched up and get as healthy as you can get and go down and bring home a win.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's really it's your only option. You know, guys got to respond, show back up, challenge the guys, challenge our leadership, certainly challenge the coaches. That's where, to me, it all starts. And we got to be better. And this again, a week we got to get not only healthy, but we got to improve, and we got to help our guys be successful. That's our responsibility. You know where they're at, what they can do, what they're not as good at doing, and put them in a position to be successful. It's going to be a great challenge going on the road. Be our first test. You know, and you go on the road in the SEC, man, you better buckle up.
Yeah.
And that's what I know. And was at Auburn just a few years ago, and so recognize the challenge that going on the road, playing in that environment, staying an hour away, and again, they've got some tremendous amount of pride in their program as well.
Yeah, they've got a head coach who knows some offense. They're kind of feeling their way around as well.
Yeah, we're going to need to play well, and we're going to have to play much better, you know, to go on the road and try to find a way to get a win going into our bye week.
Yeah. The defensive performance, though, has to be proof that if the offense can turn around, it seems to me that if the offense can start doing things, that you can go win football games.
Yeah, just execute, be cleaner, you know, find a rhythm, take care of the football, and we got to do a better job at finding ways to run the football, you know, efficiently, effectively. Some of it's probably getting some guys healthy, and then some of it's we got to do a better job. You know, we got to knock people back. And again, I know we played against a really good front, but man, we gotta be more physical at the point of attack, and that kind of goes without saying.
Coach, do you do much differently with Michael versus what you're doing?
Not much at all.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah, everything we've seen in practice, and you know, it's been just what you would expect practice to look like. Some of it's really good, and some of it's not so good sometimes, and that's practice, and that's really for, you know, both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I know Jackson will respond, and Mike will as well. You know, Mike will be better from playing, you know, here tonight too.
Yeah. Well, Coach, tough loss.
Yeah.
I know you'd love to start this SEC thing off right, and it was big hoopla, but your guys did a lot of things to be proud of.
Yeah.
And bouncing back from injuries will be a challenge, but I'm sure you guys are up to it.
Yeah, we got a lot of football ahead of us, and we're good enough if we, again, take care of the ball and get better at some of the basics that you would like to be better at right now, moving forward. We still have a chance to have a really good year.
Yep.
And a lot of things got to go our way. And
well, you deserve a few breaks, Brent.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
If they're going to even out, you've got a lot coming your way to catch up.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, for the head coach, Brent Venables, I'm Dean Blevins. Thanks for watching, and we will see you after the Auburn game next Saturday in Auburn, Alabama. Thanks for watching.